Hello again, Meridians. Stick around, for you are about to witness the story of a man that believed he could step over me, only to fuck around and find out. Now, you probably remember Henry from our last chapter, that cool guy I talked to you about who was totally normal and cool. Well, he turned out to be a pussy. You see, after I uploaded chapter 1 I was expecting to become somewhat of a superstar on this game because, as you can see, it's not the most popular game. And I did. I was getting applauded for my incredible creativity and most people seemed to appreciate what I did, except for 2 people. You see, the day after I uploaded chapter 1 I actually went to college, and while I was performing some masterpiece in a piece of crap called a theorem, I got a message to WhatsApp from no other than the man itself, Henry. He told me something about exposing our guild hall to the world, because apparently it was a secret that we were occupying that space. You see, in Meridian59 not every guild has the privilege of living in luxury like we did. There are some poor rascals out there who either don't have a guild or can't afford one. I don't know the exact prices, but one time Henry mentioned something about it being like 400,000 shillings a month for our guild hall's rent, but I'm not sure. But for you to have a better idea of it, I have been playing this game for almost 3 weeks now and I have accumulated the insane amount of 300,000 shillings, but people do tend to charge guildies a fee for the guild hall for what I've heard, so it's not as bad as it sounds. The point is, people now wanted to kick us from our own home BC. In Meridian59 you can rip off guilds from their property if you invade them. He also said our unloyal pussy-ass guildmate got angry at the masterpiece I had made, so I should apologize to her. The first thing I felt was sorry about Henry still believing there are girls playing this trash-ass 30-year-old MMO. I might be wrong, but I learned my lesson years ago getting scammed in RuneScape when I was a kid, so I now know better to assume every person on screen has a penis and not to simp with them. But I guess Henry never played RuneScape, so he did not know this. At first I wasn't completely sure why our unloyal pussy-ass guildmate got angry. I thought it was because I was calling him an unloyal pussy-ass bitch. But what do I know, right? Anyways, when I got home from college I logged back into the game and there they were, Henry and Marfa, waiting for me. At this point Henry told me specifically not to record this conversation. This is not another video shit, he said. I promised I would not. So anyways, here is the footage of it all. Marfa told me something along the lines of a toxic girlfriend trying to tell you she's mad about something but ended up not saying it for whatever reason. So I went straight to the point like the mature man I am and told him to drop the bomb. Well, as it turned out, he actually got mad because I forgot to cover his name here, which you can clearly see now. Also, the guild he wanted not to know his secret is called Infernal Machine. So yeah, there is that. Oops. I was also getting praised by some people who were feeding my ego, while Henry also told me some parts of my first video were not good. I took that personally, so now I was mad at Henry for such harsh comments towards my master creativity. He also complained more about me exposing the guild hall, but hey man, you can't blame me. I'm trying to expose this shit game to the world, so I'm the one really taking a risk here. Henry also then told me that he would reappear in the video as if he had any power over this, but I didn't say nothing because at this point I recognized he was what most people would politely consider a special person. He then claimed I needed to make up for it, whatever that meant, but the real problem was revealed to me when he sent me this. This man, this poor man. He wasn't mad about our guild hall, or the infernal chats. He was mad because I had said something bad about his e-girl, and so he wanted to pose as a big alpha silverback male by making me apologize to what is most likely a 40 to 50-year-old man living in his mother's basement. Anyways, Marfa started to play victim and started saying stuff like how he had been only respectful to me in the past, how he always took me the right way, and how, if he had ever done something to bother me I should tell him, how I could have made the video fun in other ways. I did say my intentions were not to bother him, but he wanted much more than an apology. He wanted me to beg him for forgiveness, and then, maybe then would he forgive me. Henry also said this is like the 3rd time there are issues in his guilds, and man, I really can't tell why. Henry said I should be more respectful, but I'm guessing this man has no idea how the internet works, so I made an incredible analogy and said I was not going to apologize to a vegan every time I took a bite off a burger. Well, I'm guessing they both are vegans BC. They both got really mad at me after that, and Henry told me to either apologize or soon get killed by his hand. So I had only one thing left to say. You see, at the time of making the first video I had hoped that with my new acquired fame in Meridian I could probably help this poor soul who was apparently hated by the world for no reason other than shit-talking everyone in it. I had hoped to grow our guild together and conquer the world. But he showed me his true colors, a man who would take bitches over homies, and in this case probably a 50-year-old mature bear over me. Like, man, really? Him super fun and shit, I'd pick me every time. But anyways, there I was, left alone in the world once more, as lost as the first time I was taken to Castle Victoria. I wanted a purpose. I wanted revenge. I immediately started asking around for a new guild, and I was kinda expecting everyone to want me as their leader after my newly acquired fame, but I guess I was wrong because no one invited me to a new guild. Instead, everyone was asking me why Henry had kicked me, and I told them he was a bitch. He then said this. So I will show you what happened next. I scammed a Chinese farming bot for 1,000 shillings by making him an offer he couldn't refuse, and then I scammed him again in the trade window for even more gold, for which I got this super cool mask that now makes me the best looking Chad in Meridian59. But I also got a new master. So yeah, in the arena you can practice PvP without any death penalty, and since I now wanted to see Henry dead, I was going to give it a go to see how good I could handle myself in combat. But before that, Joseph JJ told me all about how combat works in this game and how it's used in PvP. He showed me there are weaknesses and strengths to different types of spells and shit, but I won't bother you much with this because in the end it didn't matter. I ended up getting beaten by Joseph JJ in every match, and it wasn't even close. I think the most HP I took off this man was like 15, and he was basically fighting me naked at that point, and still beat my ass up. So then I practiced, and practiced, and practiced more until Joseph JJ had to go away from keyboard, so I started doing some very interesting research. BC, I had not gotten even a little bit better at PvP since I started training, and I had to release some stress from the body because my new fame was getting to me already and I could feel the pressure. Being a superstar is rough, man. I'm telling you, having the entire 20 people in the server lifting my ego is very exhausting. But then, something happened. War had arrived. Henry took the first step. And apparently it was a very stupid one, because just a few minutes after he tried killing one of Joseph JJ's guildmates, all the people he had shit-talked before, plus what I assume were more of Joseph JJ's guildmates, and I had him and Marfa trapped like rats in my old guild hall. Henry was gone. Then I died trying to kill who I assume was Marfa, because I apparently had not learned my lesson while in the arena, and while hitting the wrong person the whole time I had lost. Absolutely nothing. Turns out I had overreacted a lot in my past video about the time you lose when you die. I lost like 1% of a couple skills which I can prob get back in 5 minutes, and 1 horsepower which I can get back in like 10 minutes. So I was actually completely fine, and also because I am very cool and super fun, no one took my stuff and they actually grabbed my mask so they could trade it back to me safely. It was done. I've had my revenge. But not satisfied with what I had done, I also proceeded to take all of Henry and Marfa's loot to hold as trophies of my vengeance. I also wanted to take Henry's chalice as a ritual, but I could not hold 2 chalices, and by the time I was going to drop mine and pick Henry's one, someone had stolen it, so I guess joke's on me. Anyways, now it turned out that if we stayed long enough in the guild hall, Henry would lose possession of it. So you can guess what I did for the next 30 minutes. I was also waiting for this to happen because apparently Henry changed the password to that secret chest area I told you about in the last video, and you see, the people in Meridian59 are cool. Even after they wipe you off the map like they did with Henry, they don't usually steal your loot. But I was not them, and so I told them I was taking everything and they were completely fine with it. Now I wish I could tell you I'm now rich in Meridian59. But the reality is we all got distracted because even the gods of Meridian were celebrating Henry's downfall, and they announced an event right there, at that time, and all the loot we had been waiting for despawned. But the event was super cool. A lot of faction NPCs started to appear, so we had to clear them off wave by wave. Some people started actually killing each other. People were chilling and we overall were having a blast. Some people also got masks gifted by the godmans, and I happened to be one of the chosen who got one. Along with this potion which I have no idea what it does and I can't use because apparently I got bad karma. But a voice whispered me it was for an emergency and to rescue the gods, so I will keep it until I face death yet again. After the celebration from the gods was over, I had to be whispered by the gods yet again to inform me the celebration was over because I was too dumb to realize this for myself. And here I find myself, yet again facing the world of Meridian without knowing what awaits for me. I'll keep forward with my adventure. You can be certain I'll be in-game and brag about how I killed a man without really touching him and completely eradicated him and his guild for being a bitch to me online, because since then, they disbanded and I honestly don't know if he will log back anytime soon after losing his guild, his respect. But most important, his e-girl Lamau. This is also the perfect time to say you guys can be sure I will be using the loot I stole from Henry and Marfa's corpses for good use, as I will try to open my own guild in this 30-year-old, degenerate, filled with weirdos and super cool people game. I have no idea on how to run a guild in this game and am also poor as fuck, so I will probably make you all pay the guild hall through taxes and some very shady businesses. There are no filters to the guild, anyone can join. The more degenerate, corrupt and willing to spend 10 hours a day in a 30-year-old game so I can go to school while you protect my dictatorship or try to take over it, the better. So this is actually a call to all the weirdos and sick fucks in the internet to come over to Meridian59 and build this shady-ass story with or without me. I also plan to take over the media in Meridian59 since I kinda already have influence on the 20 people that play this game, so I will be exposing whatever secrets you want others to know or not. You can definitely come up with some lies, and for the wrong price I will make it all public. Don't take this chance. For the first week after this video the special offer will be 1 buy 2, meaning I will be charging double so I can start this guild shit faster. So come and join. I dare you all pussies to become a part of Meridian and the most corrupt, degenerate, twisted and shady guild Meridian will ever see.